Voices in my head again, trapped in a war inside my own skin. They're pulling me under.
Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Hipster Doofus. I don't know. You probably didn't recognize me. This is kind of going to be a weird episode because I'm happy today. I'm in a good mood. It's Ada Detsky. Welcome back. It's episode 3. Guys, making moves. Welcome back. Happy New Year. I had an amazing New Year. I had a great New Year, and then I hung out with some great friends. Went to outside dining in a pizza place. Those heat lamps don't work. And you know what? I fell into the NYC trap. The NYC trap, it's the winter trap where you know it's going to be cold, but you put on your thinnest pea coat and you don't wear a hat because that's fashion. You know, you don't want to fuck up your hair. Hats make your hair sweaty and gross. Everybody knows it. I pride myself on the volume of my hair. All right? I don't have much, but I got volume. So, you know, I'm not wearing a hat. I'm out here. I'm freezing my ass off. It was such a great time. And I had, pretty good for a couple days. And this is the 4th. So, let's just jump into the episode. I'm trying to spend less time on social media. How's that working out? Not that great. I heard about Bean Dad. And Bean Dad is like, for those of you who don't know, apparently this, I might just read it. So apparently this girl was hungry. She wanted to open a can of beans. It turns out her dad never taught her how to use a manual can opener, which can be finicky sometimes, but they're pretty easy. And you know what? I've been in some situations where I've had a manual can opener and it's taken me an embarrassing amount of time to figure it out. So this dude, I'm just reading his tweets. So yesterday, my daughter, 9, was hungry and I was doing a jigsaw puzzle. Red flag. Puzzles. Guys, no one enjoys them. I mean, Jesus, just paint a picture. Like, just do your own shit. Why are you, I'm gonna group them together by colors. You're wasting your life. I'm very much against, like, social media, and I'll talk about it more, but it's literally more useful to go scrolling on Twitter for an hour than it is to fucking put a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle together. Get a life. So I said over my shoulder, make some baked beans. She said, how? Like all kids do when they want you to do it. So I said, open a can and put it in a pot. She brought me the can and said, open it how? With a can opener, I said, incredulous, on Twitter using words like incredulous. She brought me the can opener and we both stared at it. I realized I never taught her to use it. Most cans have pull tops. I felt like a dope. I'm a huge fan of the pull top cans. Fuck a can opener. Pull top cans. It's very simple. And you know what? I think it'll make your life a little better. I'm gonna skip through this because this is very long and I don't really like reading stuff that other people do. I like making my own opinions. But I'll continue it. So she gets really upset because this dad is doing dad shit, which is figure it out yourself. When you ask a simple question, and people are hating on this guy, and there were some racist tweets and all that. I don't know. I didn't see the tweets. Everything's blown out of proportion usually, so I don't know. But again, I don't know. I didn't see the fucking tweets. But hating on this guy for this is just shit dads do. This is literally like when you ask them a question, they go, I don't know. What do you think? That's dad shit. That's what happens when you have kids and you go fucking crazy. You turn into this. Do you think maybe this guy, maybe he's annoying, maybe he was always doing jigsaw puzzles, but maybe he just lost his fucking mind. This fucking 9-year-old's on TikTok and shit and she can't figure out a can opener? So he starts waxing philosophically about this can opener. And then she finally goes, I don't want baked beans, and marched off. He calls himself Apocalypse Dad. I mean, come on. And he says neither of us are going to eat until you can open this can of beans. Then she screams. She goes up and reads a book. And then she was back at the can, and she eventually figured out, she was fixating on orienting the tool in a few configurations and couldn't imagine other possibilities. She suggested that they open the can with the hammer. There were tears. Okay. Listen, I guess it trails off. I mean, this was just someone posted a screenshot. This isn't that bad. This situation is not that bad. This is annoying, but this is like a daily annoyance that parents do to their kids because parents lose their mind when they have kids. This is fact. It's fact. I'm not a parent, but I know. This is what happens because you get the responsibility of having to teach someone about life, and it is a huge responsibility that you don't know if you're ever doing right, so you don't know if you have to tell them the answer or if they have to figure it out themselves. And sure, this dude seems a little pretentious, a little fucking pretentious with his little puzzle and calling himself Apocalypse Dad. But like I said, all parents go fucking insane. It's, people got fucking really worked up over this guy treating his daughter this way and being like, but she probably did figure it out. She definitely won't forget how to use a can opener again. By the way, so easy. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing when I was 9. I remember we got an electric can opener. I broke that shit pretty easily. You had to like stick a can up on like a magnet and opened it for you. I remember that. I don't know. That story stuck with me because I don't understand why people don't know what a fucking father does. This is just what they do. My real issue with it is that the real problem, the real issue that I see with this Bean Gate, if you will, you shouldn't be posting this shit online. I don't care how crazy parenthood has made you. I see it all the fucking time and I hate it so much. I hate embarrassing videos of kids on the internet. I hate like videos of kids. I mean, sometimes it's funny. Charlie Bit My Finger was great. But when you post an embarrassing video of a kid or you post their picture online so many times, you're just laughing at them and then people are in the comments saying stuff. This I find really harmful. Sure, no one will ever remember it, but God forbid they do. I mean, you're that kid now? That's fucking awful. Posting shit about your kids online is just, first of all, you're doing it for attention. You're using your kids for attention, which I don't understand why anybody needs that. I mean, I get wanting attention for yourself, but using your kids to do that, it seems like you're roping other people into your disgusting fantasy of wanting to, I don't know, go viral or for someone to give a fuck about you. And then that this all led to people finding his tweets and getting him canceled and getting him kicked off of Twitter. That's embarrassing, dude. That's it. You could have just lived a calm, nice, racist life. Instead, you decided to make your daughter look like a fucking idiot on Twitter and be like, oh, look at these 9-year-olds don't know how to use a can opener. He said it in his own tweet. He never fucking taught her how. Teach your goddamn kids and don't fucking put it on the internet because they're going to grow up and they're going to listen to My Chemical Romance, okay? Jesus fucking Christ. People are losing their minds. They're losing their minds. Another thing I saw on Twitter was a 19-year-old girl who just won like most beautiful woman in the world or whatever. And she's white with green eyes and dark hair, which is like, I mean, standard beauty, sure. And a bunch of people are like, ugh, Rihanna exists. Who gives a fuck? Rihanna's famous. Who gives a fuck? I don't know this chick's name. I don't know this really pretty girl's name. I don't fucking know. Well, why are you defending Rihanna? Don't you want to kill billionaires? Everyone is exempt except pop stars. Oh, Beyonce earned her money, but Jeff Bezos, but Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure they're all the same thing. Just in general, people's priorities are messed up. So I saw a podcast. I really like how people are pandered to. It's very fun for me to see how people fall for just propaganda and pandering. And for example, just today I was looking. There was this guy. There was a Democratic Congress meeting. I mean, I don't know. It's like 117th Congress or whatever. And he was ending a prayer that they said in the beginning, and he goes, "Amen." And a woman. We did it. We did it. Amen and a woman. It's done. It's done. Happy days. 2021. Congratulations, everybody. You know what? What about a, they, them? What about that? What if we cover all the genders? It's all about progressing. It's all about getting better. We have to try harder to be better. I saw someone posted something for a podcast. I'm not going to say the name, but basically the podcast was like, for high achieving feminist women who suffer from depression, anxiety, imposter syndrome, and just a litany of other mental stuff. And it got me thinking, yes, life is hard. Yes, there is such a thing as depression and anxiety. There are such things. Some of them, a lot of them, are blown out of proportion because when you're on Twitter and when you're on Instagram and you're just scrolling through people's mental illnesses. You're just looking through them. And it reminded me of this term doom scrolling that I keep seeing, and it's basically like I think the actual definition that people typically use it with is when you scroll and you're only looking at negative stories or negative facts, and you get this impending sense of doom. Newsflash: every time you scroll through social media, you are doom scrolling because you are taking time out of your life that could have been doing something useful, and you're feeding your brain garbage. You're just looking through other people losing their fucking minds. You're looking through Bean Dad. Does anyone need to know about Bean Dad? No. And so it forces me to go and take a deep look at stupid bullshit just to tell you this is all stupid bullshit. And at one point, I have to be thankful for it because I wouldn't have anything to talk about without it. What the fuck would I talk about? Politics? Geography? Kill me. I'd rather do a jigsaw puzzle. Every single scroll is a motherfucking doom scroll. You are wasting your lives. Do something productive. Listen to the podcast. If things really do, if online stops being as stupid as it is, I swear to God, I'll start reading books and I'll start talking about Oscar Wilde on this podcast. I will. I'll start talking about Tolstoy. I'll better my life. But I doubt that's going to happen, so I'm not doing it. Can you believe that in 2 months it's going to be COVID, for a whole year? I mean, the lockdowns. I mean, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought because this thing keeps on happening. I'm so bad at technology. Like, the Mac, I had a MacBook. Macs are great for people who don't understand shit about technology. They're wonderful. You don't have to know anything. Everything is in this really cute graphic bullshit thing, and I just kind of I made my podcasts on iMovie and everything was set up. But now I have because I didn't have any money. I still don't. And I had to buy a new laptop because I was laying in bed and this was years ago. I was laying in bed and I felt something by my feet, and I was just kind of like, let me get the shit out of here. And I kicked it. And I kicked whatever the object was. Turns out it was my computer. I opened the screen and my big ass thumb cracked right where like I opened it with my thumb on the screen. Don't do that. I opened it with my thumb on the screen and it right went into that crack. It would have been nothing. It would have been nothing except for my fucking huge ass thumb. Just got right into that little crevice. And I still beat myself up about it. It's just one of those things. I'll never get over it. Stop telling me to get over it. I'm going to continue to obsess over the fact that I probably still could have had my MacBook in working condition if I didn't open it with my huge giantess. Is that how you say like a female giant? I'm pretty big, and my thumb is proportional. With my huge thumb, my baseball mitt thumb onto the screen and cracked it more, I probably still would have been able to use my MacBook. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and it cracked down, I would say, 1/10 of the screen. It was on the corner, but it was like substantial. I definitely couldn't. I couldn't use my computer to its full potential, my laptop to its full potential. Like I couldn't make the tabs or the. Wow, you see how bad I am? That window thing, I couldn't make it the full screen. Okay? So if you're ever wondering why are the podcast episodes coming out late, I just couldn't figure it out, guys. I just don't know anything. I'm learning. I'm not. But you know what I do is I'll try, I try little hacks. I usually end up figuring it out. But this time I couldn't, and everything was, my screen was just fucked up. So I finally got a new computer a couple months ago. If you're applauding for me, you're listening to this and you're just clapping, good. You should, because it took some time. Buying a laptop is very stressful. Buying a laptop is almost as stressful as looking for a job, because you don't want to spend so much money on something and then it just breaks. And there's no way, with the way that with how much money I had and everything, that I could ever afford a MacBook. And probably for a couple years I won't be able to. And I'm very happy with this computer that I have now. It's like an Acer or something. But it is terrifying because you're looking at the reviews and some of them are like, oh, this is great. I use this laptop, with my son has one just for school and it works great. And then the other one's like, I opened it and it exploded and killed my family. So you really gotta check. And BT Dubs, I was looking through laptop instructions, and those things are sad, because it makes you realize how fragile all this is. I swear to God, I'm looking through the laptop thing and they're telling you make sure that the laptop's always on the desk and that you are sitting in the desk chair and there's no food or beverages around. And I'm just constantly in bed with my laptop on me, just screen right by my eyes, eating soup. Fun story, actually. One time I was eating soup and then I went upstairs and I threw almost immediately. I went upstairs and I just threw up on my laptop. This wasn't the Mac. This was the laptop that I had before. I was in I was in 8th grade at the time. It's still pretty embarrassing. I went upstairs and I just threw up all over my laptop. It was minestrone soup. And I don't know why. I used to swim, so I'm thinking that I swallowed too much water that day, and that I was full to the brim of drinking all this chlorinated water because I don't know how to breathe. I wasn't very good at swimming, and I am still not, but I was on the college team because you get really cute merch. So I threw up all over my laptop, and that was terrifying, and then I had to dry out the laptop. I'm not good with technology, I live a very, very non-technology safe life. constantly dropping my phone. That's all you hear. Just me dropping my phone. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, COVID. COVID is going to be a fucking year. A year. That's wild. We've been locked down for a year. And there's definitely going to be, there's definitely going to be some issues. I'm actually pretty fine with it cuz I feel like I've gotten my life pretty together over this time. So I don't really mind, but there are a lot of stuff that I miss. I never went out, I never went to clubs, but I do miss hanging out inside. That was fun. Now it's winter, so I'm not going to see my friends till like May. It's over. I'm sorry. Winter is not for hanging out. I had a very good time when I hung out with my friends. I love them. I love you guys. Thank you for listening if you are. But fucked if I'm hanging out anytime in the next couple weeks. It's motherfucking cold as balls. And how am I supposed to hang out with you and wear my giant North Face that I have? That's not going to look good in pictures. Can't take pictures. So, I'll figure something out maybe, but and what I have figured out is that I'm not going to hang out until May. You'll see me maybe if April, if it's a little, hopefully global warming does its job. Which, by the way, about global warming, masks can't be good for the environment, right? I mean, like, we just outlawed plastic straws. If you're using a plastic straws outside, you get shot by the police. But, with the masks, I mean, those aren't like biodegradable, are they? Are they good for the environment? I'm sure they're all over the ocean. You're gonna get fish with masks on. So I don't know, man. All right. This is nearing the end of the episode. My mental state is nearing the end of its excited reign. I'm in a very good mood. I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. I hope you guys are too. And like, comment, subscribe. My Instagram is hipster_doofus with doofus has 2 zeros because apparently doofus with the O's was already taken. I don't know. Hunt this person down, whoever took it. But yeah, all right. So have a good day, everyone, or week, and I'll see you when I see you. Or I'll talk to you when I talk to you. All right. They, them.